Good afternoon all, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just doing the share of this little journal. I'm calling it Sunflower, and the reason why I'm calling it that will become obvious. It's a kind of decorated writing journal, so lots of spaces for journaling, lots of sunflowers and lovely things. It's a repurposed hardback book with vintage fabric on this spine inside and out, a little bit of tea-dyed vintage doily type thing as well. It's got the lovely sunflower decoupaged onto the front. It measures 19 by 12 centimetres. It's got a 3 centimetre spine and has 2 generous signatures in it. I was going to put 3 in and I couldn't, it just didn't happen. There wasn't really the room, and I thought, let's get to light flat, 2 generous signatures in, and that's what I've done. So there are, all in all, 102 pages in all, and so that's 204 sides. Yeah, 204 sides. So as you can see, what I've done with covered the first signature with it's vintage music paper with the decoupaged sunflower napkin over the top, and I'd actually stamped it. I've had this little piece for a while actually, so I stamped it with bird cages and all sorts of things on it underneath, then put the napkin over the top. This little butterfly there, little butterfly there, a bit of script writing. So that's what's on here. That's the first signature, and then we also have it on the front and back. Yeah, so on the front, I think that's, I don't know if I stamped on that as well. That's just plain onto the plain music paper. Right, well, I popped this in. It's from one of my so that can go in the front there, just tucked in quite simply, or you can move it along. So yes, as you can see, it lies quite flat, and I'll take you through it. I've popped botanical pages all the way through. There are sort of this 90 GSM sort of vintage finished paper, and I've also popped in some watercolour paper, which is 160 GSM, and just decorated some of it. And as you can see, there was just different elements all the way through. So what I've tried to do is get lots of pages of interest. This is from my Scented Garden book, which I love. Try and get no glare. And then I've just popped the, I think it's a Tracy Fox little labels all the way through. And just to decorate the pages. Some washi as well. I didn't want to add too much bulk. This is a little bit of Tim Holtz paper, scrap paper that I've got, and I decoupaged a napkin on it. You'll see the other side. Yeah, so that's got a napkin decoupage, which I thought looked quite pretty. Yeah, just some, this is green squared paper, which is lovely. Little label on there. This is from the Graphics Fairy, these labels, which I absolutely love. And yeah, this is just from a book that I have. I'm using up the last bits now. Got beautiful artwork in it. And that is lovely. I don't know if you can see how beautiful that sits. And that's just from my ephemera box, vintage ephemera box from Rosie R. Atelier. A poem about sunflowers by William Blake, and it's actually just on a piece of lovely got a painting on the back, which is lovely. So I popped that in and just folded it. It's a fold out little label. Let's try and put that to avoid the glare. Beautiful, just little papers I've just wrapped over. I think this is from, yeah, little garden journal I've just picked up recently. I think it looks beautiful. Bit of washi. Label. So this will probably, I'll try and get it onto Etsy. Oh, this is a lovely field paper, and that's again, if you can see, we've got more little sunflower elements. I like the way that came out, just the label with the fern washi. This is like a little flip out, I think, here, and I've just popped this little, that's from Nick the Booksmith, the Wardian fern cases, and I popped that in because I thought that looked quite nice there. This is from Nevermore Creation, Lindsay Zanor, Nevermore Creations, 17.com, and it's one of her printables, which is lovely. And then I just thought it went really nicely with the back of this sunflower little picture that I picked up from, I think it was a diary that I've got. Anyway, it's beautiful, and I just thought that those, I think the chrysanthemums went really well. And this is from another little journal diary thing I picked up at the charity shop, and just laid up. Had some quotes on there. They were fine actually, but they just weren't really gardeny or sunflowery, so I've just covered them with some more writing space. This is just some paper I picked up from my local cheap and cheerful store. Little paper pad, and just at the end of one of these, I think, and I just popped that on there. I think it looked really nice. So if you want something that's really going to be nice, well, all the year round really, but particularly for the autumn, these colours are beautiful. Colours are absolutely gorgeous, and oh, I love that, I love it. So that's for my Mr. Marshall's flower book, which is what this is from. Here's one of his drawings or paintings. That's from the front. That's from the front cover of the book. I just love the way that reflects. And this is just a napkin that I had in my stash that I've had for probably about a year. I thought it looked really nice on there. This is the first signature. Oh yes, I've used this a lot in the Venetian Rose collection that I did. I loved how that looked. So I'll pop those in there. And what I've done here, oh, have I put it in upside down yet? This is another of the little journal cards from, I'm not sure which, it's a printable, a digi. Yeah, that was from Artie Mays, I think. This is from Artie Mays. Yes, it's from Artie Mays. I noticed I had a few postcards, sunflower cards, and I've dotted them throughout. So yes, like on here, that's from the Artie Mays pack, one of them. And yes, this was part of that. Yeah, there were 4 of them. And this was just, I just like the way it looked actually. And it is from the little stickers that I got from our Atelier. But I thought that looked quite nice, just tucked in there, like you're almost looking through a little window. So I'm going to pop it back there just because. A little gardening book that I have, Reader's Digest 1. Just liked that. A little bit of a, what's the word? Like a little table napkin-y type thing. A little vintage haul that I've had for a while. This was, yes, more looking in junk shops, some little books that I've got, and it's all about a little black and white book filled with bits and information about things you could buy in charity shops right back in the 60s. It's lovely. That's again one of the postcards from Artie Mays, and I just love it. I just pinned it in so you can take it out and do what you like with it. Pop it wherever else you like, and it's on some of that watercolour paper, 160 GSM, which is a lovely weight. A lovely weight. And that was just another piece of the paper. Yeah, I think from Artie Mays, and that's in there. Reader's Digest. Put Excuse my little girl. I think she's playing tennis on the Wii, which she can never do quietly. I love these little things here, actually. These were from my ephemera box. And there you go. That's from a book about finding sort of quiet within yourself. It's lovely. Inner peace. That's the word I want. Yeah, so that was going to be the cover of the third signature. And then when I realised I couldn't get the cover, I couldn't get 3 signatures in, I just popped it in here because I thought it looked lovely. Popped it in the centre page of the second one. Can you see that? I made it into the second one. So you can see, two generous signatures is just right, I think. 2 generous signatures is just right in this. Love that. Nothing will content those. So less is more. All about life's simple pleasures, really, which I really like. That's not a sunflower, but I just thought it looked nice in there. And it's a lovely feel to that paper. So, a carved ivory umbrella handle and an electroplated fish knife. Well, who doesn't need one of those? Love that. There you go. So, coming to the end now, coming to the final, yeah, that's the last of those little journal and cards. And that's the end of the journal. So, guys, that's Sunflower. As I say, I love how she's turned out. She'll be in my Etsy by the time you see this video. And yes, now I've finished this. I'm just going to be working on very, very quickly. I'm going to be working on these. This is going to be my autumn journal. And then I've made 2 more. So I'm hoping that in the next few days, these are going to be maybe by the end of August, beginning of September. So look out for these. Okay, guys, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.